Good morning, everybody. How are you doing this fine morning? I hope you're well, and if not, I hope things get better. It is Monday, and God, that feels crazy. One heck of a Monday, that's for sure. God, where to start? It's been a heck of a weekend. Got a lot of stuff done, though. This week, thankfully, is looking quite normal, but next week, there won't be a stream Monday because I have surgery. So I thought I might as well mention that because I know it's important to mention that type of stuff. So keep an eye out on that and whatnot. Of course, I'm not going to hold too much back today. I've done a little bit off cam. You'll notice there's a bunch of stuff here. They have changed so much crap. I genuinely don't know all the changes. I am like actually like I have been so confused because so much stuff has changed. But I might as well go over what I have been doing. After lots of time, I've been slowly like carving this. Of course, I still need to fill in bits like over here and whatnot. The problem is I ran out of dirt and grass. So I've been working on this and then just storing the extra dirt and grass in the chests. And like if something comes up, like for example, there is an area that is missing something, I've just filled it in. But yeah, that's the main thing. I know this next one I'm gonna want to do something more specific. I know with the final episode of Digital Circus coming out, it's been all sorts of chaos for my friends because I know very well I did watch the show and stuff. I enjoyed the final, even if I have my critiques. But it's crazy in my friend group because I know very well how attached some of them are to it. And it's like, you know, it's kind of weird to think that that section of life is over now. But it's also like, honestly, I mean, one, it was an inevitability, and two, honestly, at least Goose gets a frickin' break. One thing that I do not envy about the whole popularity crap is the one very often forgotten about thing about it. And that is the lack of any sort of personal life and space, but also every small thing, joke or not, will get used against you by someone who just doesn't like you. That's just how it seems to be. You can see it with so many different things. It's like, ow. You can see it with a lot of things, and honestly, just kind of sucks. But either way, I know, just in general, I have a few things planned for this week. I know... Jesus Christ. I know I need to light this place up more. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, this was mainly grass. Yeah, like, a lot of stuff is dirt. I will say, there was a few points I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And I just like put water down for every time I fell because I was so tired of it. Like, it was a whole thing. I was just tired of doing it, so I just put water down so I wouldn't have to waste more rockets on some of that stuff. Of course, I do plan to bring a map over here and kind of, like, get a better look at, like, how it looks on the map. But even then, this is not all gonna stay grass. I will say that now. Parts of it will become moss, some will be more rocky, etc. I do want to make this varying heights as well. The grass is more of a placeholder to give me an idea of the look and shape of this plains. And then once I get these varied sizes in, I'm gonna do an outside ring of them that'll be a little more specific. I might make it more river-esque, but it just depends. I know in general, I've been thinking of various ways I can improve on some of the stuff. And honestly, sometimes the answer is as simple as literally just letting it flow naturally. Big or small, just kind of letting the hand guide me. Because it definitely helps. And it leads to more natural feeling stuff. Okay, so now I can have that. Because, yeah, I'm going to have these bits like this where it's going to be more circular on each side, but there's going to be this big hole area. Because that is kind of how it's going to be. My plan is to add these bits and pieces that feel more just weird and very much shaped by weird currents. Even if the river is mostly dried out by now. It's kind of how I'm looking at it. Because I do want to terraform the river. And that's going to be its own thing entirely. I know, God, there's just been so much to do recently. Gave the dogs a bath the other night. That was something. God, it is... If you've never washed a dog before, it is something else. Oh, God. I love my dogs, but fucking hell. 50-50 they enjoy it. Like, with Dewey, it's a thing of 1 second he's like, ooh, I'll get into tub. The next second he's like, wait, no, I made mistakes. It's a very common reaction for him. So, yeah, it leads to a bit of annoyance on my side because, like, dude, you did this to yourself. But yeah, I am super excited to just relax a bit. I know I decided to just do a bit of this today because it's like, it's a good way to relax after everything. Not have to worry about too much. Yeah. Okay, and then I can go around. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, mark this out right now. Because I think it's going to be important. Will I be able to pick up all of this in the end? No. Definitely not. But still's gonna make a difference. Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well, Lena. I hope you enjoy your stay in the labyrinth. Welcome on in. I hope your day is well, and if not, I do hope it gets better. It is quite nice out today, honestly. It's not too hot, not too cold, for once, which is a rarity in summer, especially like with humidity. God, it feels so much nicer. It's like, holy crap. If only it could stay this way for the rest of the frickin' summer. Like, oh my god. Like, genuinely, though, I hate really hot weather, personally, because it's the whole thing of you can help it when you get too cold. Like, it's a lot easier to solve that than when you're too hot. And, oh my gosh, do I hate the heat. Uh-oh, baby zombie. But hope you're doing well today, Lena. And if not, I do hope things get better. Just avoid the zombies. I have gotten attacked by several zombie horses in the making of this, I will say that. As well as a lot of mobs. Should I have lit this place up? Yeah, I probably should have. I'm doing okay. Honestly, just enjoying my Monday with some Minecraft. After a busy weekend, it's nice to just relax a bit. Because I know I have a bunch more stuff to get done, and I am not excited for all of it. The wonders of adulting. Well, and dealing with fixing house. But that's all separate part. And thankfully, I was at least able to get a few things figured out. Because I know, like, of course there's the normal anxiety that comes with, like, the fact of having to worry about, like, surgeries and stuff that are upcoming. But overall, despite that, it's just kind of nice. Got the doggos cleaned, got them brushed. It's probably the happiest I've ever seen Dewey to be brushed. Normally he hates it with a passion, like, Jesus, he hates it. My Twitch journey's been okay. I just kind of do this for fun. It's just one of those things I've done in the background. It's honestly been a great way to just, like, for me, mentally. Because I used to love doing theater back in the day. God, it feels weird saying that. And it kind of hits that spark of it again, where I can actually do some form of theater stuff just with myself. But it's also just been overall beneficial for, like, social stuff. Because one of the things is I'm a very quiet person, like, in my normal life. So outside of Twitch, I don't speak a lot. Outside Twitch and D&D specifically. Because with D&D, I can really get into a character. And I kind of... Oh, wrong button. God, I keep pressing E on accident because my instincts are so entwined with Warframe as of recent. It's kind of funny. But I kind of look at it now, it's like, holy crap. Because I don't even remember the last time I, like, did a theater performance anymore. Like, it's been years. But this has overall just been great for social battery stuff too, because I am one of the unlucky few in my friend group who has the morning shift. So I'm the only one who doesn't have night shift, and it means I'm always the only one of the friend group who has the biggest complications, surely because of my time schedule. So I always set these for, like, the perfect time in my schedule just so I can make time for myself and just have fun with it. And honestly, I think that's the best way to kind of, like, just approach that type of stuff in general. I've thought about it. The problem is getting it to work before you hit the certain point of 500 subs or certain amount of hours watched on shorts, because YouTube's very weird about it, and you don't get access to certain things until you hit that point, and I find it weird because I look at it like, wait a minute, you're telling me what? Like, that's how I felt when looking at it. It's like, I've definitely been trying to figure out ways around it to the best of my abilities, but I know, like, command stuff is its own thing that I can only do really with Twitch. That was expected, but getting it to stream on both is a lot more difficult than it seems, but I definitely been meaning to. I just need to figure out some ways. I stream variety of games. I know Wednesday I plan to stream Warframe because I am going to be doing a funeral for one of my frames because I know very well it is the end of using it because I got its upgraded version and I want to send it off in style. Oh, come on, it is nighttime. There we go. Yeah, I recently started playing Minecraft more again because I had to take a mini break from it just because I was so creatively blocked. And it's nice to just be back. Yeah, I haven't... God, I can't remember the last time I played Roblox. Like, honestly, it's been so long since I last played that game. Actually, think about it, I don't think I've played it since pre-controversy with the whole stuff related to, like, pedophiles and stuff, and it's like, you know, kind of looking at it, while I'm not surprised, I really think they should have done better about it. But of course, it's its own thing with AAA. I will say, though, I honestly have really enjoyed playing so many different games, just in general. Because this, I will say, the one thing about streaming that has really, like, hit different is the amount of games I've been not only recommended, like, even off-stream, but actually playing through a lot of the games that I had on my list of recommended that I just never touched until more recently. Because it's one of those things now where it's like, dang, I probably would have never touched certain games if it weren't for streaming. Like, if it weren't for streaming, I wouldn't have my things to do when there's nothing else to do list, like, the way it is. Because I have a streamlet, games I want to put on stream, and then games when I'm feeling bored. Meaning, there's a chance I would have never gotten into games that I'm now, like, really attached to, like Warframe, Astroneer, Graveyard Keeper. Like, games like that, I don't think I would have ever, like, fully gotten into in the same sense as I have due to streaming. After streaming completely depends on what I have that day. It could be anywhere from work to, well, dealing with dogs to working with contractors. A lot of stuff recently has just been working with contractors and or work. It has been just fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that. I mean, when your house is sinking, you only can do so much. Ooh, a baked potato. I do like baked potatoes. Honestly, the biggest lie we're ever told is that potatoes are completely unhealthy to us. It's all about what you put on them. The skin is so vitamin rich and fiber rich. It's like, it is genuinely a good thing to have potatoes. It's all about how you prepare them. Honestly, that could just be the internal farmer and me just being like, how dare you treat potatoes as trash. God, I will say the garden this year is its own chaotic state with everything. Like, we try to get some stuff done, like we've gotten some herbs and whatnot working their way through, but some of the stuff hasn't grown as well as last year for obvious reasons. But also, due to rotation planting, we also have been very careful about what we grow so we don't overexert the soil itself. Because I know, like, just in general, zombies really... Honestly, I'm surprised they can see me from here. Okay. There we go. And boom. Okay, there we go. Yee. Don't want to fall, don't want to fall. Okay, I think I'm okay. But, in terms of, like, Discord stuff, I don't really add people on Discord in general. Like, I'm definitely more, like, to myself outside of stream. Like, I don't really talk much on the Discord because I mainly, like, just peruse it. Which is kind of a weird... You know, I don't think I've ever heard someone say peruse outside of, like, my area of, like, family and stuff. Because outside my family, I don't think I've ever really heard it used to the scale, much less at all in some cases, compared to what I use in real life. But that's a whole separate conversation. But yeah, I've always been someone who, honestly, especially more recently, I have just spent a lot less time on social media. It's been good for my health. But it also has led to me just doing a lot of other stuff and not being fully, like, in tune with everything going on. Which, for better or for worse, is its own thing. But I know, like, it's kind of crazy to think that I've been doing this for multiple years now. Like, I've spent so much time doing these various things. And, like, trying to learn these various things as well. And that's one of the hardest parts about the whole streaming stuff, is actually learning. Just in general. Because I found, as time goes on, and you learn more about stuff, there's so much that is just so confusing when they change it. But then there's stuff that's like, oh, that's nice. I didn't know I needed this. Like, one of the things I'm surprised it took them this long was auto captions for clips. Like, it is honestly crazy that it took this long for that. But here we are. Because I kind of look at it in a way of just, I enjoy the various things and whatnot that I have gotten to learn about and just experience from just doing this. And it's led me to enjoying and doing more stuff than I probably would have done if it weren't for it. And it's kind of like, I look at it now of being raised more rural and living more rural. Just like that classic, like, Midwestern rural-esque, I think is the best way to describe it. It's kind of like, it's just weird to see how much has changed. Because I still remember the first time I went to a public school, and I just remember being so shell-shocked by the amount of people. Because that was the first time I really went to a bigger place, and it's like, I sometimes think about that with the stream stuff, and like, it kind of feels similar to that, where it's like, when I started out, it was very shell-shock-esque of just, God, I don't know what to do or say, etc. And like now it's more of a I just talk about whatever the hell just pops up into my mind. Like it could be various things. And it's like, am I a natural at it? No. But I've gotten better over the years, because we're on like 2 years now, maybe 3 at most, which feels weird saying out loud because it's like, damn, it's been that long. But it's like, in that time, I've changed a lot. The people that watch me change a lot. Like, but it's been overall just a huge, like, change for the better. It's also helped me with D&D stuff as well. Like, playing D&D with my friends and whatnot, I am a lot more just active about certain things, but also a lot more into just character. Because one of the things about streaming is, like, I could play a character. I really could. I could I could do all sorts of stuff, but it's also a thing of I don't really see a point to half the time, because it's like, I mean, what's the point? It's not like it's gonna change much. I'm just a very weird individual in general. Don't need to play up that side of myself. Hard to play up a side of yourself that already is pretty up there. I mean, God, I can only imagine the absolute chaos if I somehow could play up the extents of my own confusion and weirdness. It'd be weird at that point, because it's like, at what extent would I become what's classed as insane? I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't think about, but like, there has to be a point of doing something where it's classed as insanity. Because it's the whole thing of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So at what extent does it truly become insanity for me versus just me being a weirdo in general? Because that's the real question. Like, I love thinking about these weird things. I know it's weird, but it's also fun. That's the fun part about questions to me. Just being able to ask yourself the most random crap and then just think about it. It's a great way to get through some hoops of just like questioning, should I do this? Maybe this? What about this? And the answer usually ends up being, Lord if I know. But honestly, that's not a bad thing either. If anything, it just means there's so much to overall learn and grow from. And as long as I'm still learning, I am happy. Because I feel like that's one of those things that a lot of people forget as they get older. Because I've witnessed it a lot in general. Like with a lot of my peers, where it's just, it feels like a lot of that whimsy is gone, and it's like, why get rid of the whimsy when you can keep the whimsy? I don't see a point in truly losing that whimsical side of yourself. Because I feel like the whimsical side of ourselves is what truly makes us our own weird but unique individuals. It's a mixture of that and so much more. And honestly, everyone needs a little bit of whimsy in their daily. Hey Vilrum, hope you're doing well. I will hydrate. Leaving nothing and there will be something. Exactly. And I have fixed my posture. But yeah, it's like, over the time, it's just been like, there's so much that I can look at in the world and just be like, you know, there's so much deeper than you would think for so many things. Because I kind of look at it, it's like, holy crap. Like, history, for example, is such a weird thing. And then you have, like, you have people dancing out of pure mass hysteria and dying from exhaustion. And that's a real history fact. To Rasputin, who survived so many assassination attempts by sheer dumb luck, to literally fixing a kid's issue because he was on a blood thinner, sheerly because he was that crazy of a person, and it only worked out of pure luck. And it's like, I look at that stuff and it's like, you know, despite everything, the world has always been weird, and we shouldn't really give up that weirdness that we have. It just makes us boring at that point. It's more fun to be weird and just play games, do all these different things, make a joke here and there. Our lives are too short to just leave that behind. We expect little as being real. It's far from real. Oh, 100%. It's like, it's really funny to me when I hear people like, oh, this is bad world building, and it's like, you realize this is based off a real event, right? Like, and I think that's one of the funniest things as a world builder to me, is whenever I see situations like that, because it is the funniest shit. Because it is genuinely hilarious. Because I have laughed so hard about some of it, because there isn't a reason for half the stuff to happen, but here we are. Like, if it weren't for the death of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, World War I would not have happened to the same extent. It would have just been a war against the two countries, most likely. It was the fact that it was the Archduke, for example, or like the fact that, historically speaking, we used to literally, like, boil our children because we thought they were changelings, just because they were different. And it's like, you know, humans are a very complex breed. And then you have all sorts of other weird stuff, from asexual reproduction to various other things. And actually, speaking of asexual reproduction, I had a really funny moment in D&D related to that, because so my friend got a card where for the entire day she thinks the first person she sees is pregnant. She looked at one of the men in the group, and because my character was talking about asexual reproduction, for what if it had babies and someone else, and she said, well, wouldn't you need multiple people? I'm like, well, technically, because my character is a ranger who specializes in beasts and is a swarm keeper, but also likes researching magic to become the same level as his mother one day, is his hope. And it comes at a weird thing of, he knows a lot of stuff, but not a lot of stuff at the same time. He's very intrigued by anything magic related, to like a fault, but he's also very protective of the forest and nature and stuff. Very complex character. But because of him mentioning asexual reproduction, she thought he had a baby in general asexually, and Her first reaction was to become extremely protective and embarrassed about it. And it's like, girl, it's really funny though. Like, I love these cards of wonder that were created for the campaign because they are so funny, but they're also super dangerous. I mean, we literally had a ghost named Alfredo start haunting someone. I wish I was shitting you. His name was Alfredo, and he was great. But it's also led to some other weird moments in our campaign, because we've had moments where goblins have been distracted by, well, dicks, and, like, literal just dick whipping a plant monster to death by another player character, and I'm just here like, how the hell is my character, who is considered a child by elf standards, in everything except physical look, considered a child by elven standards, the most normal of the fucking group? The weird bug kid who has an obsession with with magic and like stuff related to it, is the most normal. It feels so weird. Because it's like, how the hell does that end up being the most normal character of the group? Not the paladin artificer. No, he's odd, to say the least. Very stoic character, but also very weird in how he presents things. To the warlock who doesn't understand fighting and wouldn't kill a hurt a fly unless it's a monster, then she's willing to massacre an entire camp of fish people because she saw them eating fish and thought that they were going to kiss Remy's baby. And I'm just thinking, what? Like, what? Like, how do you react to that sometimes? It's like, it genuinely confuses the fuck out of me. Because I'll just be sitting here. Yeah. It's like, I look at it and I'm just like, you know, very weird world we live in. And mixing that into the fantasy aspect with D&D has been so weird, but so fun. Because when you have multiple writers and world builders and nerds in the same room who love storytelling, but are also just as crude at times, you get one of the weirdest D&D groups that I have ever witnessed. Because it is not we are not a normal group. I know that for a fact. We are very, very weird. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I find it fun. You can tell what hasn't been loaded in as long, surely from the fact that it's still dirt. Okay. And then we'll just... There we go. But yeah, being able to set up this whole thing is actually kind of nice. I'm really excited to use, like, the Shattered Plains stuff. Because it's going to be really cool looking when I'm done. At least that's my hope. Okay. And then I can just do a bit of that. And the reason I'm putting the stone in between is just so I can get between these things more. Because it is a shattered plains. Bonk. Oh my zombies, Batman. Holy crap. Oh my god. That guy was surviving hit after hit. Jesus. How many zombies are there? Oh my god, there's more. So many freaking zombies. Like, damn. Yeah, I will say, I know Sulfur Cubed came out. The Sulfur Cubed update came out. I might do a little searching for that today. I'm not 100% sure yet. Because I know, like, there's a whole new Sulfur Caves biome, as well as, like, a new music disc related to the biome and whatnot. So we'll just have to see. But it could be fun. Okay, and then I can just grab these. And let's go grab a map real quick, because I just kind of want to see, like, how this looks from, like, a distance. And, like, from the perspective of a map. Because that's going to entirely change my feeling on this. Also, I am... Oh my god. Fly. There we go. I'm like, god, I am not flying. But yeah, I also can use this as a chance to kind of refill a bit of the XP and durability on my shovel. My shovel has taken such a frickin' beating. Oh. Did not mean to do that. Okay, and now what I can do is... bit of that. Oh my god, I forgot to put this in my offhand. Okay. Boom. And then I can do a bit of this. And then I will put these in here. And now what I can do is boom. Boom. Oh my god. Okay. Then you... Gotta make sure that they love their bits. Okay. Then I get more of these. Awesome. And this is why I love having this villager area over here. Could put this away. Let's go grab that map. Like, just in general, I do want to map out more of this world as a whole. Like, I do want to go over here to map the rest of this out and, like, actually have it. So, like, looking at this, this is what it used to look like last time I mapped it out. But now, I also do need to finish the trees I didn't end up finishing. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, this is gonna look entirely different as I fly over. I mean, God, just look at the changes. Yeah, you can see I literally started filling this in kind of like a checkerboard pattern almost. Not checkerboard, oh my God, what's it called? Brain, not work. Oh my God. My brain isn't working correctly right now. Because I can't remember what the name of the pattern is called. Just going back and forth repeatedly. Because checkerboard is similar to the floor I used in that one house a long while back. I mean, God, we really should just take like a mini flyover and just I mean, like, just in general, this place has changed so much compared to when we first started. I mean, for example, let's just quickly sleep here while we can. And it's not a thunderstorm. Damn it. I mean, God, just look at this as a whole. I mean, thankfully, snow doesn't spawn up here. Thankfully. But it's like, looking at how much we've done here, from the tower that I really should wax the bottom of, to this whole area for the pillagers that we still need to finish, like, areas for, to all this other stuff from, like, the parts that are more, like, dirty wasteland to the aspens to what we're working on with the shattered plains and whatever else. It's like, this place has just really started to change. Like, I still need to fill in these islands with, like, mushrooms and trees and stuff. But, like, the village over here just... it feels right. I just need to bring some villagers over here eventually. But as a whole, like, this place has really changed a lot. I mean, from making a more swampy village to the various other projects we've had, it's kind of like, damn. I mean, hell, over here we have our Nautilus Gateway and our Happy Gas main home, as well as our various horses and whatnot. I mean, literally. We got our horses and donkeys and mules. Like, it... And then, like, the back room over here, where I just have this nice little, like, just small bit of decor. What am I playing? I'm just playing vanilla Minecraft. Nothing too fancy. It's like, I've spent so many hours on this world, it's kind of like... it's kind of crazy. I mean, we've been through so many updates. The addition of the dry grass to the addition of so much more, and it's like, just looking at, like, this pond, or, like, the tree I made for the allays, it's like, this place has changed so much from when I first started. I mean, we have this whole garden, we have... and, like, we still, despite everything, have the original house. Well, yeah, the inside has changed a lot. It's also a thing of, it's still the original build, and then the silo that we have as well on top of that. And then we have this when the update first came out with firefly bushes and stuff. I remember this stream. It was something else. It truly was. I will say I hate that they made string more visible in some ways because, God, it was not a good idea. Doesn't taste like vanilla. What do you mean I don't use roots? I have various things I've used roots on, actually. I mean, God, there's so much. Like, this is just one area of this whole area. I mean, this is just the main base. Because I do use, like, a bunch of stuff. I mean, just on the map here, I mean, just look at this area here. All of this has changed so much from the... Oh, the dirt with the roots and mangrove roots on your plant builds. I do use them. I just don't use them as much as you would think. I do use the actual rooted dirt. The thing is, I want this, like, see, I do use the actual rooted dirt and stuff. I just don't, I use it sparingly because it's a very annoying resource. Like, for example, I still need to leaf up these trees. I just keep putting it off. And, like, muddy mangrove roots and stuff I use for various things. Like, in here, I use it because it's a perfect transition block for a very muddy, like, pond. Or, and if you want to say dirt with roots, just look at this. This is all dirt with roots, granite, dirt, coarse dirt, packed mud, mushroom blocks, grass paths, and dripstone. But at a distance, you can't tell every block I use. There is a grass block that keeps changing this dirt, and I've just given up. I cannot find it for the life of me. And then, like, moss and stuff. Like, I have done all sorts of stuff with various block types, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. I mean, hell, we go into here, into my tree farm, and it's like, it feels so different from when I first started. Like, all this stuff. I mean, I still need to do some of the insides of places, but I just put it off because I just can't think of a good way to do it. Like, this was gonna be a house. I just haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with it. To the museum where we have this whole bit here, which is gonna be like a greenhouse into an observatory, where we have our happy guest over here. And it's like, what is this technology? Where castle? Actually, I haven't built a castle. To, like, even this downstairs area, where we have some homemade skeletons of dinosaurs. And I still want to fit some there, and I need to put, like, a little thing under them, to where we have all these various ores and stuff. And I have a spot I could place sulfur if I wanted, but this is mainly for ores and then resin, because it acts like an ore. And it's like, I just want to collect all these things and show it off. Then, like, the amethyst is here. And then we have our room with every single painting in the game. And it has these empty spaces I want to do stuff with. Then we have this, which leads into our nether and end area, where I've been putting the armor trims, and I plan to put a beacon there. Once we get the new wool stairs, I'm probably going to replace these with brown wool stairs. To, like, up here where we have this, we have all these armor trims and stuff. Museum, but doesn't have every single item in the game. See, that's the thing. We're working on that. I mean, look at this. We have all sorts of trims as well. And it's kind of like, and I have, like, these mini little bits. I need to finish the one for the trial chamber, and for the ancient city, I need a few more things to finish it up. And then we have, I don't remember if I ever showed this off, the big Quetzalcoatlus that I ended up making. I need to connect it to the roof, but I actually made the skeletal thing. We have the different copper golem bits. The thing is, Valram, I actually have been, like, I unironically did debate doing that. I just haven't done it because it's so damn expensive, and it also would crash my game if I did it. Because of the new stuff added, I actually loaded a separate world for it to see how many I could handle. There's an extent where if I made it, I would have to do a separate area specifically to put all of these armor trims. Otherwise, it would literally cause such a lag spike that nothing would work. Like, the game just does not like loading that many entities of armor stands. So I've thought of a few ways I could maybe go about it and whatnot, but it's still kind of limited on like what I can do. But I have been taking some time to actually think about what I want to do related to that. For now, my main plan is to at least have 2 to 3 of each armor trim kind of showing them off. And then once I get enough diamonds, I might do the whole thing, but I'll just have to make a different area specifically for it. Because I want the museum to be like, not just a history, like Minecraft stuff, but also a history of this world. Because this world has changed so much since I started it. I mean, God, if I have an old version of this world, I might load it up quickly. Just do a bit of this. And then I can do a bit of that. There we go. Boom, boom. Because, yeah, I plan to... Because, like, just from what I've changed, I feel like I should make this known for those who haven't been here the entire time and don't know the full extents. So, here in the, like, entire area with the aspens, you may think, damn, that's, like, I did just a bit of terraforming for those who weren't here to see the extents, but this is just part of it. If I were to find my way out, I thought this connected to the other part, but it doesn't. Most of this wasn't like this. Like, if I have built this out, and then back over here, where we have this flat area, if I actually go down, and we go inside, this is more accurate to, like, the size of this. I have spent so many hours on this just building and building, and it's just like, holy crap. I mean, especially all in survival, it's just like, holy moly. So if I save and quit to title real quick, I believe it is this one. It's one of these two. I think it was this one was the first. I know what I'm doing. I don't care about updating this one. It just takes a bit. Because this is what you have to do now with old worlds. Like, I can even show you what this world used to look like earlier this year. Yeah, this is the creative version of the world when I was kind of like designing the museum idea. And you can see the original look of the mountain. It feels so weird seeing it like that. I mean, God, just in general. Like looking at this place has changed so much. Where now it's like this whole thing was terrained, things were erected, things were moved, and it's like the two things that stay the same in the end: the villager hut, where we have our hall, our main house, and the fountain. The fountain is truly the one, like, unchanged thing itself. It's kind of crazy, like, looking at this. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well, Hannah. We're just kind of looking at what the world used to look like, earlier this year. I mean, just in general. I mean, these were just boring. Like, and now if we actually go to the normal world and look at it, it's like the amount of hours and time is really seeable. I mean, God, since the beginning of this year, we've gotten the full aspen forest put in. And, like, full-on just terraforming projects that we have slowly done over time. I mean, we literally changed this entire half of the mountain into stone and so many other things. And it's like, God, it doesn't feel real. And then our main base, we have a freaking clock tower now, of all things. We got all sorts of decor. We even have a swamp village now. And it's like, I look back at this and then look at what this world used to be, and it really just kind of shows me like how much work I've put into this place and the change that has happened since then. And it gives me a lot of happiness knowing that, like, while this wasn't originally like this, it's truly become a place of its own. I mean, God, this used to be just like a swim across all the time. And now it's like, just, we got a bridge. I mean, we have a full-on, like, landscape set. While the museum isn't fully done, we've added sections to it. We've gotten the happy gas since we started this world. We've done all these different things, and it's like, you know, I'm glad that this stuff is, like, overall changed and grown, because I've learned so much about this game in that time frame. I've learned so much about building. I've learned so much about all these different things. And it's just kind of crazy. It makes me happy. I mean, even with the stress of, like, all the house stuff and, like, a lot of recent things of just making sure things are done, it's been relaxing to play this game again and just kind of remember the amount of work I've put into this world and just kind of be proud of the bits I've done. Where one person might give up, it's like, I've done so much with this. Hell, I'm literally working on another terraforming project so I can improve my overall terraforming abilities. All because I got inspired by a B-dubs build. And it's like, here we are now, just finally out of my, like, creative block, and it's like, the first thing I want to do is a big project, which is pretty normal for me. And honestly, I'm glad that I've, like, gotten back into this with renewed creative drive. Because sometimes that's what you need. You just need a mini break to just figure stuff out. And honestly, I'm glad that I figured it out, because it makes my job easier in terms of, like, figuring crap out, but also, I mean, just this place in general has really come together. And, like, I know some of this stuff is going to change a lot in the coming time, sheerly from me and, like, my own influences as I raise parts, lower parts, etc. Because I am going to inevitably, like, change the heights here and there. And this just helps me get a better idea of the heights and the overall build as scaled. Hey, 22. Hope you're doing well today. Just get the fire off. God, I am so happy. I'm just really happy with this build so far, because I'm really seeing all that work come through. Makes me excited to see the final product once I can get all of it done. Hey, Courtney, hope you're doing well today, too. Jesus Christ, does not feel like it's been 9 years. It's... God, 9 years since, like, we truly, like, created that friend group that just really kind of, like, went their separate ways with so many things, yet there's still the few of us that do try to talk when we can. It's like, you know, it's weird. Like, that's a whole section of my life away, and I look at it now just like, God, it feels like it was yesterday, but then I look and it's like, oh yeah, it's been a lot longer. It doesn't feel like it's been as long as it has for a lot of stuff. Ooh, sounds fun. I do love seeing people's art. It's one of the reasons I made the art channel on the Discord, is I just love being able to see people's creative side. I love being able to see that stuff. That's why I like seeing when people post their art, etc. Because, like, I know even if I don't speak on the Discord, I do look at the Discord and, like, kind of keep an eye on it, because I do like seeing that stuff. Oh yeah, like 100%. Time feels like it's moving so much faster than when I was, honestly, when, that's something that I've noticed. Like, the older you get, the faster time gets, no matter what you do. And it's like, there's a certain point, it just changes rapidly out of nowhere, it feels like. I mean, God, I have so many things I remember, like, being so excited for when I was a kid, and it's like, oh yeah, this stuff either is been over for several years, or has been slopified, or is completely different to what I remember. And it's like, damn. Like, this, it, so much changes from when I was younger, and so much has changed. And it's like, I still remember how, when it used to be common for, like, kids to play outside more, and, like, the slow downfall of it. And it's like, it's kind of sad, because I do, it's kind of sad in a way of just, you know, there's so many kids that I know would love to go outside, like, that just don't get the chance because so many of their like, same thing with online. It's like so many kids' spaces have been just absolutely destroyed over the years. Club Penguin, Cool Math Games has been dying, to Roblox's whole thing. Like, a lot of kids' spaces aren't really made for kids in the same way anymore with them in mind. And it's kind of a shame. Of a whole college degree. God. Me realize, you know, I think the craziest part is that's me realizing, holy crap, I was so much older than you, but probably not older than the old, but possibly one of the oldest in the group. And it's like, you know, I don't know what to feel about it other than, God, I forgot how young some of us were in that group. We were all just nerds about Minecraft. Like, that was the biggest thing. We were fan fiction nerds for Minecraft and the pack. That's it. And honestly, knowing that I'm autistic makes so much more sense now for why I got so addicted to that stuff. Like, genuinely. I just kind of think about it like, you know, I should have known sooner. I really should have. I mean, I was diagnosed years ago, but wasn't told until, yeah, till more recently. And it's like, would have been nice to know. Would have saved a lot of heartache and pain. That's for sure. But it's also a thing of now I look at it like, you know, that makes a lot more sense. Because I've always been seen as more childish because I have a lot more childish enjoyments. And it's like, I don't care if I look childish for enjoying Pokemon. Or even Minecraft. I love being able to just nerd out about that stuff. Oh, it's the original dragon. That's awesome. I love seeing people's interpretations of the original dragon so much. Like, just in general, I feel like that's one of the things I'm excited for, inevitably. Because there is so much cool stuff. Oh, the Roblox thing has been going on for months, but long story short, the problem with pedos was so bad, there was a YouTuber named Schlepp, I believe it was, that got banned for quote-unquote vigilante justice, despite the fact he was working with the police to catch these predators. And Roblox then, like, started a whole lawsuit thing on him about stuff, and then they tried to unban him unban him if he would do this or that. And then the CEO basically said that they would make spaces for these people, and why would we turn down money, etc. It's like, that was basic summary of what was said. It's a lot more complex than that, but basically the CEO sided with pedophiles and stuff more, which led to a whole controversy where you have people, like, you had literal, like, insane levels of, like, lawmaking. It got banned from several countries because of the controversy stuff. And this is still ongoing stuff. And I know one of the things is freaking, like, actual, like, pedophile hunters have come out of retirement, for God's sakes, to fight on this case. Like, it is crazy. Like, the levels of it, I feel like, I'm trying to remember his name. I'm looking it up to make sure. Do you remember who Chris Hansen is from To Catch a Predator? He came out of retirement for this, of all people. Like, that's a whole new level of you fucked up. And then it led to a whole bunch of censorship stuff, which led to more problems, which led to literal, like, Roblox creators, like, protesting the game and, like, a whole bunch of other stuff. Where then a bunch more, like, so much stuff came out that, like, honestly, I lost track of half the stuff. And I know it's been pretty silent on that front just because there's a lot of legal stuff going on. But speaking of legal stuff like that, Power World versus Nintendo. If Nintendo wins, the best they can Automod doing its job correctly, but also being at, like, not paying attention to the conversation. Oh yeah, it's crazy. But the Nintendo-verse Power World lawsuit, so much has been thrown out due to the changes that they can only make back any money if Nintendo were to win. They could only make back the money that sold in Japan only from the pre-release of when those features were still there. So it would have to be the outdated version of Power World, meaning no matter what, Nintendo still loses here because the most they would get out of it, if I remember, was somewhere around, like, in total 30 something K US. I think it was. But don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I was reading about it and, like, researching on it. But it's like, no matter what, they basically have just wasted money and time now, which is a huge thing. Of course, I still hope Power World wins because that sets a standard and, like, a whole new level. But it's the fact that they've basically lost a lot of the stuff, like, just in general for Nintendo side, which is good, honestly. Because it's not just a big versus small thing, or just, oh, is it fully copyrighted? It's also a thing of people's abilities to make games and, like, copyright games and stuff, and, like, the extents. So it's nice seeing them get some wins. And honestly, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that's been kind of going on. It just kind of is like, damn, gaming news is crazy as of recent. It really makes one think. Because with everything, it's hard to really know for sure where or what things will happen. Because it's just so absurd, the levels behind all of it. I know just in general, I'm happy that, like, we're seeing some good news stuff. I know with, like, the FIFA stuff, the funniest thing is seeing so many other people from around the world react to American things for the first time, but also seeing how, like, how many people are starting to see stuff more of, like, the American people themselves compared to, like, what's said versus government, etc. It's like, it's so cool to see how, like, they react to some of the most American things. Like, I think about the one Japanese player who kept getting chips and was like, God damn it, I met my match. Or the Scottish out drinking the Americans and, like, literally leading to them running out of, like, beer and stuff. And I just think to myself about how funny but also kind of heartwarming it is that, you know, despite how different we all seem, we're all still just humans at the end of the day who are all weird and all actually care more than we may say. In the end, there's so much hate in the world that we honestly think there's more than there truly is. Because, and this is something I've had to remind myself of, is a lot of news is geared towards the negative because negativity sells for a lot of news. And it's good to remember there is good things in the world and there are people doing things. And there are people out there who do see new things like that. And it's like, it really just shows how different places can be compared to how they're portrayed. I mean, like, there's obvious ones, like Mexico obviously doesn't have the classic American yellow filter for what they do in like shows and movies. Like, that one's an obvious one. You know, it's really funny when I'm talking with some of my friends, because one of my friends is Mexican, and we've made the joke back and forth with each other of, so how's the yellow filter versus, so how's the pollution filter? It's like this whole joke thing we've been doing, and it's like, you know, I'm glad that we get to have that type of dark humor with each other and like fucked up humor with other things. But the fact that we can just make jokes like that with each other, because it's like we see the tropes so often that it's like, might as well joke about it, have some fun. Because it's like, I do look at, like, I've looked at so many movies and shows in my day. Back in my day level stuff, it feels like, when I talk about some of them. And it's like, you see those so often. And it's like, there's so many people who kind of just see it through that lens only. And I feel like there's just a lot more to the world than that. I mean, we've seen it. That's one of the wonderful things about the internet as a whole, is it has led to more people being able to see more of the world in ways that we never could beforehand. And honestly, I'm glad. Like, yeah, it comes with the negative parts, but it also comes with the positive parts. Because one thing that I will forever remember is a quote. I don't remember the name of the person who originally said it, but it's a quote that kind of just stays in my brain here and there of, sometimes change is more than we bargain for, but that change alone isn't made by doing nothing. It's made by the changes we make in our own lives. Change doesn't happen without us. And sometimes opening your perspective on a new world will bring that change you so utterly desire. And it's a very odd quote, but it's also kind of given some meaning as I look, as like I've gotten older, I've kind of understood a bit more of the quote and like what it's trying to say. Like, it definitely could have done it more eloquently, as someone might say, but it's still a great way of explaining it, of, as we connect to more places, we are going to change. That's part of life. It's part of the world as a whole. And honestly, I welcome change. For what is life without change, and what is change without life? Boring, in my opinion. I mean, God, without a bit of weirdness and change, it's just gonna be boring and bland. No cool or unusual things would happen. And after all, I do like a bit of unusual and quirkiness in that regard. You know, it is kind of crazy, though, thinking about the fact that, like, the Amazing Digital Circus is now officially over. I honestly feel really bad for Gooseworks because of just the fandom in general. I still don't know how she dealt with it as good as she did, and even then, it's like, damn. Little fun fact. Did you know Gooseworks actually worked on the pilot of Hazbin Hotel? Apparently. Little fun fact of the day. Like, there's so many weird fun facts and knowledge that I've gotten over time that it's just like, you know, I don't know when this will ever be useful, but it's cool. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, it's funny because I've watched so many shows and movies, and there's always gonna be some of those where it's like, wait a minute, I recognize that place, I've been there! And it's funny because I've had that with several shows. Like, it's whenever there's, like, real life places in the scenes that you recognize, and it's like, wait a minute, I've been there. Just, that always pops into my head, and it's like, I can recognize some of the most random crap, like, half the time. Like, I remember there was a movie where it was, I can't remember the name of the movie, but they were flying over a specific area in the movie, and it's like, I know where that Air Force base is. And it was just like a random Air Force base, like, and it's like, you know, I know where it is. I've seen it. I've visited many places in my time. From Air Force bases to museums to other government buildings to various weird, sometimes creepy places. And it's like, you know, it's kind of fun. I'm gonna do a bit of this, I think. Okay. And then I can just do a bit of this. Ah! And now we can collect all this grass as well to fill in the parts that we need to. You know, you ever wonder, like, what our dogs are thinking when they stare at us? Because whenever I have my dogs staring at me, I just wonder sometimes, like, you know, sometimes I wish I knew what was going on inside their head, but other times I'm like, you know, I can kind of guess. Like, I'm quite sure that in Athena's head, she has circus music playing, like 24/7 circus music. I mean, she is just so chaotic and, like, energetic in such a way where it's like, honestly, I could see it. She'd be a dog that would have circus music in her head. If any dog were to, it'd be Athena. 100%. Like, she just has that way of, like, doing things that just makes you go, yep. Just fits the specific random thing. God, we are making progress. We've made so much progress from when we started. It's honestly crazy. I think the craziest part of it all is the fact that, despite that, we still have so much more to go, and this is just the main, like, layer that we're using as kind of a sketch, in a way. Hey, FNAF, hope you're doing well today. Okay, boop, boop, boop. I will say, ever since yesterday, I have not been able to get the smell of my therapist's office out of my nose for some reason. So I just have that weird, like, vanilla lavender scent stuck in my brain, and it's like, I don't know why it won't disappear. Just something about it. Think guess their head with video game quotes as example. Oh, 100%. Like, I'm quite sure what goes on inside, like, some of my... Chaos may take the world. Chaos may take... Oh, 100%. Like, there's 100% animals that act like that. Like, I've seen some weird reactions. Like, I'm quite... Like, whenever I am doing stuff with, like, Dewey, he always gives me Eeyore vibes. Like, he just has the vibes of Eeyore. Like, something about him. So I always give him an Eeyore voice whenever I'm speaking for him. And he has this look he'll give, like a sad baby seal. So it's like, let's say you accidentally step on it, like, step too close to him and or stop petting him or make him feel sad in any form. And you just get the saddest seal look whenever he feels that way. It's like, oh my god. It's so adorable. And then there's Baker, who just doesn't give a crap, and I'm quite sure most of what goes through his head is, oh no you don't. Like, he is 100% a sassy dog. He gives that energy off. He's an attention-seeking, sassy whore dog. Because he is an attention whore. He loves being a lap dog. He will sit on your lap. You don't get a choice. It's either the lap, or he will force himself next to you. There is no third option. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Directly to jail. That's what it feels like. Like, he is such a weird dog. To be fair, all my dogs are weird. Well, like owner, like dog, I guess, in that regard. Weird as fuck. I think the nice part about doing this is it lets me kind of set up how I want to do this. Like, I might make one area way more cliff-faced. Or I might just not. Who knows? Yawning aside, jeez. I do want to add, like, a bit of river stuff here and there, because I want it to look like it was naturally formed in some form. It's just gonna take a long-ass time. Look at that. And boom. I mean, God, just look at the absolute absurdity of this. The amount of work I have spent on this honestly is insane, and I might have a bit of a problem when it comes to it. And God, just look at this. Boop, 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 boop. boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Honestly, hearing this music makes me want to play more Pacopia again. It's been a long time since I've played just because I've been so distracted by Warframe. I know, speaking of Warframe, I should probably mention, I know next time I stream, I'm probably going to end up doing a frame funeral at the start of stream, sheerly because it's going to be weird changing frames, like, fully. But I finally got the Prime systems I needed, so I'm crafting the Prime version, and it's like, never forget. And I want Sentience Wrath as an ability choice, because it is genuinely good. Like, being able to lift them without dealing the lift effect is so good, because it means you can shoot them instead of just melee attacking. Which does, like, so much. It's genuinely useful. Beyond belief. Well, I can put this in here now. There we go. But yeah, as I fill this out more and more, it's like, honestly, some of these are going to be pretty big compared to others. That's okay. And I'll probably end up adding shorter ones anyway. Just not for a while. But my plan is to basically build these directly down from the edges, minus a block. So it will go one block in, and then just straight down, and then I will, like, do some carving from there. I think that's the best way to go about it. Well, at least for these. Doo 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 doo. You know, I do kind of wonder, like, if we'd be able to find a sulfur cave or not. It would be fun if we could, but I don't think we'd be able to. Because, like, the sulfur music disc is its own thing, because that is, like, really annoying to get. You need a mine shaft chest in a sulfur caves to get it. It's insane. Sorry about my yawn, Jesus. Okay. And then there we go. We'll just slowly make a difference. Boop, 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 boop. Actually, I am thinking about, like, when we do Warframe, doing, like, a full stream of just opening relics. Maybe go for Steinax Prime for fun, but mainly just opening relics to get all of those out of the way, because not only would I get a lot of void traces, one, two, I'd get a lot of parts, which I could either sell to for delicates, or sell for plat on the market. It's one of those types of things where it's like, you know, good work. But yeah, I know, like, today I have work on a lot of stuff today. It is not something I'm looking forward to. Because it's going to be quite boring, to say the least. But it's pretty accurate for just work. Making progress. Okay. There we go. Ugh, sorry about my yawn. Doot doot doot. But yeah, I know just in general, the main thing I have to worry about is next Monday not being able to stream. And then, of course, sometimes having to leave early on streams, like always, with a lot of the stuff recently due to contracting stuff, etc. It sucks. It really does. We're almost done! And then we have a whole backside. Which I am not looking forward to. Because that's going to be a lot more annoying. Because, like, just look at this. I just know this one's gonna suck. I really think the best way to go about it is just back and forth quite a bit. Because then we can outline a lot of stuff. Because as we outline, it should hopefully, keyword is hopefully, make a difference. Because we'll have a bunch of pillared blocks back and forth that we can easily just go back and forth on, which will hopefully make it more accessible. Still going. Ah, yes. Still going. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Just try and tackle it down bit by bit. Because that's all I can really do is just slowly knock it down. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. We have officially ran out again. Okay, so let's see. This one I could... Like, just here in general, we have this part... Oop, bumped my mic. So these are the last two parts we really have, because if I come over here, it's completed. Meaning we just have two main parts left, which is awesome! Meow. Because yeah, as we fill these in, then we can just go way easier. Okay. Because yeah, I know I'll need like stone and stuff, and then I'll do what I can. But then from this, I'll be able to build off of it. Because I can then, like, as needed, kind of figure out, okay, where do I want to go from here? And be like, okay, now I know. And then just start building upwards a little bit. Or downwards in a different bit. As needed. So, we'll just have to see. I just know, overall, the Shattered Plains really coming along. Because literally, all I have to do is just raise and lower parts. Like, I'll probably raise parts of this, lower other parts. And it just depends. Okay. Fudge. Okay. Then we can just slowly build more and more. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Doop, doop. Come on. I will say, now that it's a new week for Warframe, there's so much I could probably farm for that I just haven't had the care to farm for, but I could farm for now. Like, I know I need to farm more Stellas, I know I need to farm more of so many different things. It's kind of like, you know, I've lost track after a point. And God, we have quite a bit. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and we can go out a bit more. Just look at that. I am slowly making progress. It'll take some time, but definitely will be worth it. Because in the end, this is going to be completely, like, nice looking and all fancy. I mean, God, I can even mark out how I planned this. Okay. Also, I will say this. I do find it really funny that despite everything, I still have found ways to do some of the dumbest shit in this game. It's just kind of crazy. Okay. There we go. I should grab some stone, honestly, for this. Then I can actually go back and forth a lot easier. Because the stone I'm mainly using is bridges. Ouch. Okay, and boom. And then I can do a bit of this. Boom. There we go. And as we fill this in, it should be a lot better. There we go. And then I can slowly build this. There we go. I mean, we're just slowly but surely just filling this in. It's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of effort, but it's worth it. Though I do really want to find a sulfur cave eventually. Because that would be fun. And okay. And then I can just build this out. Yeah, and I'm just gonna make these lines so we can just fill it in way easier. Do 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 do. Okay. And then boom. Much, much simpler. You know, I can just sit here, not thinking, not talking, and probably build for hours. Because that's my level of, like, what I do. But I also know that would be boring for some people. Just watching me do this with nothing. But yeah, it's a lot. There we go. Like, there's a lot that I just build off stream because I know very well. Like, I'll just sit here, just... And that's all that would be going on. Is just nothing. Because that's just how I am. And while it makes for its own moments, it's still like... Why I do so much building off stream. I find it relaxing. Allows me to just relax, not worry. Boom. Okay. There we go. A bit more to go. Okay. Then I can just go boom, 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 boom. I found out a bug when hunting for vein thorns. And I'm surprised it's like a bug where if you pick up one of the dexteros and you're in a squad with other people, if you place it into the end area, it just makes all the ones on the map that aren't being held just despawn. Which is so dumb. It's like, so squads is harder. Steel Path, you get at most 12. And a steel essence at most. And you can't get public matchmaking with it. What's the point of the Abyssal Zone again? Other than just vein thorns that are for Dagoth that are honestly just annoying as fuck. It's like, at that point, what's the freaking point? Like, there's nothing, you don't get anything for putting multiple Dexteros in either. So it's like, not like there's a benefit to doing more than one, or what's required for the mission. And it's just like, well, shit, what's the point then? Which then it's just like, great, here we go again. But can't do much about it. Hmm. I'm gonna do a bit of this. And then I can just a little bit. Look at that. Okay. Whoa. Gave me a little mini scare. Um. Ouch. The good part is by doing this, we're also like making it less of a dark area during the night. It's of course going to still be a dark area, but it's nowhere as bad as what it used to be. And then I will go. Okay. Awesome. There we go. Much, much nicer looking. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Not sure how I feel about this one yet. Okay, because I'm thinking about just doing this and then taking a hard right like this. And you'll see why. I'm gonna do kind of like this. And then I want to give it a little more space to breathe. Only to go down about here. And then boom. That's looking. This is all looking good as I get further along with this. Yeah, because I have this over here, and then I have a bit over there, which is its own thing. But okay. And then I can slowly remove this. Okay. There we go. And then I just want to get over here. So that I can make this a bit more just okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. And boom, boom. Awesome. Now I can take another sky-high look. Oh yeah, this is really coming together. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, look at that. This is really starting to come together as a Shattered Plains. I'm actually really happy about that. Because it means in general we are getting closer and closer to having a more completed project. Let's just grab a bunch of stuff. Oh boy, more zombies. My favorite. There we go. There we go. Look at this. Oh no, we lost some. Whatever will we do? Anyways. Okay. Then I can just slowly bring this into here. God, look at that. We have this going for a roll. Okay. 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 Oh my. Okay. This one I'm gonna move all the way over to through there. I think that's the best way to do it. Perfect. There we go. Boom. Now, let's take a look from the sky. Oh, this is great. I have a bunch left, though, so it will take a while. But I think this is a good time to update the map. And then maybe we could look for some sulfur. Take a mini break from building. For my shovel's sake. My poor shovel has been so beaten and battered throughout these last few days. Ooh. There we go. So what this looks like on the map is going to completely change. Yo, that looks so cool. Then you can see like the flat area. But you can also see kind of like how it's affected the actual like terrain on the map. Oh, that's actually so sick looking. Oh, it's going to be great when it's done. I can feel it. God, look at this map. So different. I think if we're gonna go anywhere, let's use this as an idea of where to go. So let me... There's so many boxes. Here's my explorer box. Got paper, maps. Oh, I never did enchant this. Let's do that real quick. Because if we get fast enough, we can one-shot so much stuff with this. Sharpness 4. And fire aspect. Luck of the sea, sharpness, sharpness. Smite, feather falling. Lunge 1. Smite, protection, unbreaking. Protection, power, efficiency. Looting 3 is genuinely good. But yeah, this spear is so cool looking. Because again, now I can do this while flying, and it will deal a bunch of damage if I so choose. Okay, let's get on our way. See if we can find some sulfur. It'll take a bit, but it'll be worth it. I can feel it. Got our little outpost. Haven't touched that in a while. So many things we haven't touched in so long. From the witch farm all the way to where we are now. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And 1, 2, 3. We got it. There we go. Oh, I love this stuff. One, two, three. 2, 3. And we can do that. And this will just give us a bit of an idea of where we're going. Yeah, look, this is new chunks, despite the fact it's like so close. Surely because of where it's placed and how we flew. But yeah, I don't want to fly too much. Oh, those wolves are gonna kill those sheep. Not every day you see one of those, I guess. Ah. Oh! Wait a little bit. Oh my god, love it. Oh. God, I wish I could pick him up in a bucket and just take him. God damn it, they're too cute. Oh my gosh. Oh. God, I love the look of the babies so much. Oh, wow, that was quick. Cinnabar. Oh, look at this place. Oh, baby. I mean, God, that was surprisingly quick, though, to find this. Oh, it's a sulfur cube! I should have probably brought, like, an explorer box other than just this. Oh, they look so cool. I want to grab one, but I don't have a bucket. Okay, yeah, with just this... I mean, God, there's so many sulfur blocks. And then cinnabar. Oh, and the sound. Oh, baby. We got more reds and yellows. And furnace. Hi here. I need iron. I am collecting so much of this for myself right now. Okay. I honestly didn't think we'd find this so quickly. I really thought this would take way longer, so that kind of like threw out like my whole plan. Like, look at how the water changes. Definitely not an easy insta break, but it's still something. Fortune. 14. I forgot they did that. Aw, poor little guy is all stuck. And that actually is a great way to get them trapped. Oh, this is so cool. Truly beautiful. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. But yeah, I'm definitely going to want to come back here for stuff too, because this new block, 100%, gonna use a lot of it. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. Well, look at how murky the water is. That's so cool. There we go. Potent sulfur. Interesting. I'm definitely going to want some of those for, like, decor reasons. But also, if I remember correctly, there's geysers we can find too. Or at least a way to make geysers. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not 100% on the semantics, so. I just know I'm excited. Because this is some cool new blocks for me. Ah. The wonderful smell of rotten eggs. You know, imagine if you could actually smell through the frickin' screen. It would be so awful right now. Like, genuinely. Because, yeah, that potent sulfur is what we want. Okay, where are we in terms of space as well? Can do a quick sleepy bye. Okay, I can then boom, 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 boom. Contains cobblestone. God, this place is just so cool. Oh my god, it goes deep. Oh, and the green. Green. I see another one there. Just gotta be careful of that creeper. The caves have really come to life, honestly. Like, genuinely, they feel so much more alive than they used to. I need to figure out if there's a way to make potent sulfur. Sulfur can make polished sulfur, polished cinnabar. So yeah, it's gonna have its own tree, but it seems potent sulfur might be a rare resource. Hi, friend. And then, like, the bouncy music disc is all based on, like, mineshaft loot. But yeah, I definitely want some potent sulfur if possible. But I can put these guys in here. And I can grab another. There we go. Because while I know you can duplicate them, I'd rather make sure I have a few as I, like, learn more about these guys so I don't, you know, get rid of my only one. But yeah, as you can imagine, I really badly want to get, like, everything. I have 5 stacks of sulfur. God, I'm gonna need to make chests for these. For sulfur cinnabar. 100%. I'm gonna want to make chests for these. God, I'm gonna have to redo my chest from Mars. Yikes. Potent sulfur. Like, damn. I just need some more cinnabar and stuff. And just other. God, one potent sulfur did that much. Like, potent sulfur definitely is not common from the looks of it. So when I see loads of, like, this, I know to look for it. Because, yeah, I want geysers and stuff for things. And to do that, I don't know exactly what I'll need, but I know it's possible. And I know it has something to do with the sulfur pools. And it might be with potent sulfur. So I might as well grab some while I can. I don't know if these stalactites and stalagmites will be replenishable or not for the pointed variation. I imagine it probably will be, but better safe than sorry. I will say I'm also really excited for the poplar forest and stuff. I want to get 5 stacks of cinnabar as well. I don't know why. The sound it makes, though, is just so satisfying. Just listen. Like, take a close look. Like, that is so satisfying. Like, genuinely. Oh, right. I forgot they changed the look of the baby zombie with armor. Looks so cursed. And honestly, I'll just have a bit of extra with me. Then what I can do is pick you up. Like, let's just take a look. Like, this is such a cool area. I do want to see if there's any more I can find while I'm down here, but yeah, like here, there's some potent sulfur. Like, it has a weird, like, almost sandy sound, which makes sense and all, but it's weird to hear. And look at the cinnabar. Wee. God, this is so beautiful. I'm a big fan of small stuff like this because it adds so much more than people realize. Ambience-wise, at least. Looking over the horizon of mobs and cave and just seeing sulfur. It makes it feel way more alive. Look at all the sulfur cubes. The friends. The friends. Friends. Oh, that's a creeper. Oh. Got the flowers. Oh. take a moment to just take it in. How much this game has truly changed over the years. Let's make sure that that is like fully... I just want to make sure I fill out this map. Then we can add it to our list. Okay. Skeleton. Just don't want to get hit. There we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. There's just a beauty to this type of stuff in Minecraft. Like, in general. A meadow. And we can add this to our map room too. Like, it's gonna create a huge change. Like, even if it's just one map, it's still like a whole nother section that has sulfur in it. Like, this map alone has a new chunk in it. At least. If not many new chunks. And it's like, we can always, if we find a minecart chest in like the like mine shafts, we could always like nether it to the sulfur cave, like genuinely. Like, it wouldn't be an impossibility, and it would count as generating in a sulfur cave because we'd be opening the loot and generating that loot there. Because one thing a lot of people either don't realize or don't remember about it is loot in Minecraft generates as the chest is opened. So it's going to be different depending on its biome, its placement, what it's from. And I think that's so cool. I mean, just look at... This map is going to be so great. Because we're going to have our first sulfur cave. We're going to have A beautiful birch forest, part of the dark oak, and more. Got literal chunks of ice. Hell, we could even look for the rare and elusive screaming goat, and we're about to land in powdered snow. Oh, it's a fox! Hey there, little fox! Oh, and of course, we can't forget about the new rabbits. Look how amazing they look. So chunky. They're chunky. The chunky rabbits. Oh, and we got a pale forest closer. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually, like, huge for us. I might as well just... There we go. Now what we can do is fill this in. Even if it's not a big pale forest, it's still a pale forest. Oh, and there's a second mini one over here. Like, it just shows these are chunks that haven't been loaded before. And if they were loaded before, it was during the pale guarding. But the fact that, you know, it has so much from the newer updates, it had to have been at least spring to life. And it's like, damn. Some of these chunks are old. And others are so brand new. They're shining and polished levels of new. So brand spanking new. Actually, I'm curious about something. I'm curious about that point on the map there. Oh shit. Ocean ruins. Okay, yeah, no. I was like, wait a minute. Because for a moment I was like, wait, is that meant to be sulfur? Or no, it's a gold block and stuff. I mean, even now, I look at this and it's like, we have so much just beautiful stuff in this game. There was some Nautilus there. Ah. I love this game. It's just so beautiful. And the best part is I can add this to my actual, like, map room with... And we'll actually be able to see the old and new looks for the Pale Garden. Like, unironically, the old and new looks for it on the map in the same world. Because that is the type of world we live in this game. We're almost home. And we should see our little moment, our little monument soon. Well, probably aren't gonna see. Yep, there it is. There's our little checkpoint. And we have this part. I do want to like change up this village and stuff, and I plan to do it with the Shattered Plains stuff that we've been working on. I think I'm gonna put this in with dripstone. Just personally. And then I can have boom. Then we have sulfur in there for now. I mean, I can always change this as need be. Like, I could technically do this more accurately. Then I can put potent sulfur here. And then cinnabar here, but I think that's just going to be temporary here in this case. Got some sulfur cubes. I'll need this. And actually, I'm going to want one of those. And actually, I do want a glass pane as well. Just a normal one. Because then I can, like, keep a look of this. In a way. Right, I need a cartography table for this. I don't want to make it bigger. I want to, like, copy it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. I need a map. I probably need a map for it. Well, first off, Badoom. Badoom. Ouch. Then what I can do is grab these, make the maps, make 2 of them, and lock one. So this one can go here, and then this one that is locked can remain a symbol of the old. And honestly, I wish I could center it more, but there's not much I can do about it because that it would ruin it. I might actually make this as like part of the museum exhibits. The old versus the new. In terms of like just stuff. But yeah, if we look at this, I mean, just look at this map. We have all the way up here where we have cherry groves and more trial chambers. We have the original Pale Garden look, as well as the new Pale Garden look up here. And all of it centered around this, where it's like, okay, so my inevitable plan is I want to turn this here, like the rest of this, into that dirt effect, I think. Or at least, like, and then maybe move a bit to here. I'm not sure. I think I might just leave it like this. But I want to do this entire section up here a bit differently. And right there. But like, on that big island, I want to build a castle. That is where the castle is going to go. That's what I'm thinking. And then, of course, as people who've been here know, we have this over here, the dragon head shaped area, where I'm planning to build a giant dragon skeleton. But that's a later project, and I have been gathering materials for it in the background. I just haven't gotten to it yet. It's just been a lot of like crafting and just saving. Because one of the biggest materials I'm gonna need is bone. Bone, 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 bone. And as one might imagine, I have been saving quite a bit from the farms, but it's still not a lot. So I've also been backing up with quartz from the villagers, because I can get quartz blocks and quartz pillars from the masons. So, at least with the masons, I can use that to my advantage. And then, of course, a bunch of other stuff like iron can be used. Because I've been thinking about the best way to do it. Because bone is such a weird thing to make, and one of the things I'm going to need is mushroom stems, probably, because those are going to work well. But also, I'm going to need them to finish the swamp area as well. So I've been thinking of a good way to make, like, an auto... Because, like, there's no way to truly automatically do mushrooms. So I've been thinking of a way to possibly do a mushroom farm that farms the large mushrooms. So if anyone has, like, a video on, like, any of them, or, like, any ideas, send them my way, like, in the links channel on Discord. I'll look at them. Because I do want to finish the mini swamp area here. And I do want to make the dragon skeleton. Like, there's just so much I want to try and do, and it's just going to take a long time of just prepping and just building. I mean, with the Shattered Plains, you can even see it here, like, it's not perfect yet. It's going to take a long time of effort, etc. But it's making a huge difference. And my plan is to kind of mix it into the mountain a bit, and I might just have to do some of that off stream. Because that's just kind of how it will be. Because it's going to take over this whole area here. And I like having these mini biomes here, but I do want to make some large biomes as well. Because my plan over here is I'm probably going to have to disconnect it here, or at least make some form of, like, thing, because I'm going to, as much as I love the outpost, I think I might redo its top half, not the bottom half. And if I don't, I'm probably going to turn it into, like, a ruins type thing by adding stuff around it, like it's almost like a ruined section. But my plan is to redo a lot of, like, the stuff there terrain wise, and part of that is going to include adding, like, a bridge and stuff, and clearing a huge chunk of land. Like, I mean, one thing I can do, because I know I won't need, like, the wood, even if I do like jungle wood quite a bit for, like, its uses, like, I will state this now. There is a lot of stuff I have planned, and I'll probably redo this chest room again. I know. Oh my god, he's redoing his chest room again. Well, actually, I could just add up there, in all honesty. But I feel like if I were to add up there, I'm gonna move shit up there, more specifically. Like, let's be honest, I do not go to these chests often. So when I do, I could just put them up there. Like, genuinely. Some of these I could just, like, put up here. I mean, God, I have the space. Because these two are for, like, shulker boxes and shulker shells. Because that's kind of the whole plan. And then I have that extra chest and whatnot, and it's like, well, shit, might as well. And I believe all of these are empty? Yes. And these guys are empty. God, it feels weird doing that. Let me... There it is. And now what I can do is just a small bit. Boom. And look at that, my storage room's a bit cleaner. Wow. And honestly, I've thought about moving the shulker boxes down as well, but honestly, because, like, I have terraformer, decor, and more. Like, I have some named for stuff, but it's like, I never really need it. So what I'll probably end up doing is, like, for the redstone box, I might just make a box that's full of, like, random redstone parts I might need, or I might not. I don't know. Because I have food, which has a bunch of golden carrots in it, and then rockets. Those are my main two. But I've thought about adding some more as well. Like, I genuinely have. Like, in general, I do have the bundle box and backup box where it's like Fortune's Blessing and stuff. Like, it's the bane of pain. Like, it's not the best, but not the worst. Like, it's just backup stuff if I need it. And, like, I should go through some of these and just clean them out. Like, I could technically put these two into one for sand and soil. I really could. But yeah, if I'm to redo this whole room, it's going to take a long time. Just a lot of time. Because I'll have these. And I think if I were to redo all of this, all the chests, etc., I would move Sponge. I would probably move the frickin' mob drop stuff. And whatnot. Like, I would move some of the most random crap that I just don't use a lot, like amethyst and whatnot. Like, the gem stuff I keep down here normally, but honestly, how much do I truly care? So, like, yeah. But now that we have the sulfur, it gives me some ideas for stuff I want to do. Because if I can figure out how a geyser works in this, I have so many ideas for it. But also, as needed, I can always build stuff in here for the sulfur. So that, like, worst case, I can just put stuff through here. And yeah, this is how I remember this, because I was using it to get rid of all my backup grass for dirt. I remember it very well, because I was annoyed. And I used the last of, like, my freaking concrete and shit. I really should bring my concrete maker back into play. Then got my dripstone thing. Honestly, I need to automate some of this stuff. I just haven't. And then you have my frickin' nether mushroom farm over here, where you have to have bone meal on you. Coca bean farm. The bamboo farm that honestly might just be overflowing. And honestly, I don't know how much I truly care. Because, yeah, this is like my old cobble thing. And it's like, I have these shulker boxes down here for, like, stone, because I just smelted so much stone. Wow, this is actually, like, pretty good. But yeah, like, I have so much stone. I might as well just... Because this is what most of the shulker boxes are for. At this point. Is just filling them up with a resource that I have, like, loads of. Like, too many of. In this case. And then, like, the excess, I can just boom, boom. Boom. And then for these three things, I could just put them in the stone chest. This is part of the reason I have the shulker boxes as well. And it's why I've been debating going back to the shulker farm and, like, filling up on these more. Just so I can, like, do this with more things, condense these down even more. Like, oh, I can keep cobbled stuff in one shulker and this and that. Like, I could. Or I could have one that's, like, special stones, where it's diorite, granite, and then andesite, as well as cinnabar and sulfur and dripstone, all in one. But I also like to be extremely sorted at the same time, so it's like, it's better for when you just have, like, a bunch of random crap, like here, where I have, like, loads of, like, full stacks of things. Like, that's the main use of it for me. So that's kind of my plan, is to just go through some of these, probably do a bit of that to just condense. Because I know up here, I have a shulker of iron blocks. And I have more in there. I don't need them. I have more than enough. I could use anvils as a decor item, and I plan to. I sure as hell plan to for the castle. For the whole castle idea and whatnot. I plan to use so many anvils and shit. Because they're just genuinely good for certain decor. I got the supplies. If anything, my biggest weakness in terms of supplying is, like, specific log types. And it's mainly the 2x2s. Concrete, I just don't have a lot of. And the reason? I got the sand. I just don't got the gravel. And for that, I need to just sit at the piglin farm, get loads of gold, and then just let them trade for hours. While I, like, keep my fists swinging every once in a while with my sword in hand. Just set up an auto clicker or something. And I got like a bunch of extra bone meal in here, which is always nice. There we go. But yeah, it's like, my inevitable plan is I do want to try and like finish some of this stuff. It's just going to take a while. But also for some of it, it's also, I just need a break from certain bits. Or I just don't have the stuff for other bits. I mean, I love the decorating part of Minecraft as well. It's just not knowing what to do with some of it. Like, and then like filling out some of the maps that are missing. Filling out the ones that are here but aren't full. Like, that's stuff that I need to eventually do. And my plan is to inevitably fill this room with a map. I want it to be the world map. The entire world that we have here. And I want to touch as much of it as I can. Because we have our ocean monument farm. I could use so much more prismarine and sea lanterns, but I don't. Because I just haven't AFK'd there in so long. Same thing for the creeper farm that you can see there. Honestly, I've thought about making it more effective. Just double it, send it to the next. I have thought about that. I would just need to increase the design. And honestly, like, for some of the other stuff, I need a bunch of, like, skeleton parts, spider parts, enderman parts, zombie parts. I've thought about stuff for it, but I also want spawners for some of them. Because it's just better. And, like, I look at this, and it's so different from when we started. And it's like, I want to go here, and I want to make this, like, part of this, in a way. Not Shattered Plains, but, like, almost like a dirt stone wasteland effect, where it's more like this wasteland, but with bits of this in, and bits of greenery, so it's like, yeah, this is another place that was, like, stuff like that. I want to just change the effect of the place. And that's going to take hours of my life, but honestly, it might be worth it. And I know for the skeleton here, I already have some plans on what I want to do. It's just getting it into place. I have, like, the skull shape mostly, like, figured out. I just need to go back and do it. And actually, I'm quite sure this hasn't been updated since I last was there. Like, on stream, specifically. Because I have put some stuff over there for building. It's just, I haven't gotten to it yet. Because I lost that creative spark, and it's just like, since then, it's just like, I don't know, I haven't known what to do for so long, and then the Shattered Plains thing just popped. It's like, well, shit, now I'm gonna do this, and it's just started giving me so many ideas all of a sudden. And it's like, you know, despite everything, the Shattered Plains has been very good for me. It's given me so many ideas. And it's like, we still have our witch farm. We still have our flower farm we need to make. Like, I want to make, and we still have the Nether. We still have our whole Nether highway system we need to make. And I completely forgot about it. I mean, it literally goes all the way to this mansion over here. Like, I think in the end, like as a whole, we have so much to do. Like the stronghold. I wanted to redo that too. So I've been thinking about what I need for all of these projects. And the answer is blocks, of course, but time and frickin' spark. And that's one of those things that just for so long I just didn't have for a bit. And now that I have it back, it's like I have all these ideas circling in my head, just bang, 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 bang. Because, like, if I go into. Yeah, I'll need to create a backup of that if I'm to use it. Never mind. I was about to go into it and, like, show off stuff, and then I remembered, oh, yeah, I haven't created a backup of that world yet. Oops. But, like, it makes me wonder a bit about some of that stuff. And I think if we're to do anything right now, I think the best option is prep. And for prep, I'm going to want shulkers. 5, 6. And then I'm going to want some flint and steel. And then I'm going to want a bed. 1, 2, 3, 4 chests. An extra crafting table. And we're off. Because the Shattered Plains is only half of the plan. The other half is fixing this area, but then leading it into this large forest area. And I'm going to redo, and this is like the big chunk project, basically. And just from this small island, we have so much space. My plan is to put the castle, like, here. And it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some effort. But God, will it be worth it? And it's gonna... And, like, this jungle wood, you may think won't come in use, but it will be extremely useful for me. There's a lot of wood types in this game that are just really useful in building. And if we're gonna do this, I need to do it right. Okay. And I should, like, break some of these logs. I'm gonna... Okay, I do have a stack. Okay. Just do this. I want to make sure I have some jungle saplings being created. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this up. Because I'm going to need a lot for this. Boom, boom, boom. I wish I could just, like, keep multiple of those. But I think what I'm going to do is this. I'll keep 2 in there as, like, backup. Backup. Then we can have this, and then we have bunches of flint and steel for the main portion. Because, yeah, as you can see, this is a giant jungle. So if we're to do something with it, it's going to take some time. I say giant like it's actually big, when in reality, no, it's tiny. It's not going to be too bad. But I do know for a fact there is a trail ruins in this jungle. Boom, 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 boom. Just gotta do my best. There we go. But yeah, as we, like, clear this place more, we're gonna get melons and whatnot, because those are another thing. But then I'll be able to, like, this island in particular is going to be... It's gonna need to get, like, terraformed. A lot, a lot. Do a quick eep. And the good part is we're getting more jungle saplings that I can use. Because I want to make sure I have a bunch of them. So that we can have them from our nearest jungle. Because, yeah, I could burn all this down right here, right now. But where's the fun in that? I'd rather collect some jungle wood while we have the chance. Plus, then we'll have all sorts of free stuff here. Because even then, we're still getting good stuff from this. But yeah, I have these mainly for when I want to take, like, big sets of stuff back. That's the main reason. But that might change. Who knows? Then I can just do a bit of this. I mean, just look at this in general, and you can see, like, I am clearing a jungle. It's not pretty, but sometimes you gotta do it. And I could do the old Pixelmon strat of just burn everything down, like what people did to get Mew to spawn. And it's like, I don't see a point. If I can get some free shit, I'm gonna grab it while I can. And I will say there are a few things I do want to try. But yeah, we'll start the burn. It is a totally controlled burn. 100% controlled. Doot, 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 doot. Woohoo! There we go. And that's how you clear a jungle. People, when I tell them fire spreads on. I mean, yeah, this is effective, to say the least. There's gonna still be stuff left in the air, but I'll be able to fix that eventually. Like, and use that to my advantage. It's not perfect, but doesn't need to be. But yeah, I'm basically gonna run through the forest, burning everything down. Don't tell Smokey. If Smokey the Bear knew, he'd be so disappointed. Smokey the Bear would be so disappointed in me. Honestly, he'd be beyond disappointed. He'd be furious. Nothing survives. Nothing. I am sorry. But the forest must burn. Doing its thing. But yeah, this is what I meant by it's not gonna really get everything. It's just here to speed things up. Like, that was the whole point of it, was to speed them up. Boom. I mean, just look at all that. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit before it's all, like, truly burnt out and done its things, but still useful. And it will help me as well, because then I know, like, exactly the thing's size, which will let me figure out, like, look at this. All that fire for nothing. Like, it barely is dealing a lot, like, that much damage. It's always when you want it to deal damage, it never does. But when you don't, it deals so much damage. Just something about it. But yeah. Like, we can let the fire burn and whatnot. And even then, it's not going to get the rest of that. But we've at least cleared a bit of area in some of these places because of it. Even if it's not perfect, it's still cleared a lot. So it'll also allow us to actually plan this out. Once it's done burning and whatnot, I can do that in my own time as well. Because for a castle, you're going to need a lot. Like, just in general. Because castles need a lot of different things to be part of them. And if we are to make a castle town type thing up here, my plan is the middle island will be like the castle, like the main castle town, very dense. And then we'll have the farms and stuff outside and like around. Because if we are to do it correctly, the castle town will take up most of this. But the castle will only take up a small portion. And it's usually sat the highest, so over here would end up being like the castle, most likely. Okay, let's go grab some more flint and steel. If I really could. But yeah, like, it's mostly burnt out by now. But this gives me an idea now. Seeing that this here is kind of a hill type area, this is going to be where the castle goes. So it'll be here because it'll have a natural moat, so its walls won't be like a big thing. It'll still have some, just not the same amount. So we can have the castle here, which would fit like pretty well for like a mid-sized castle and castle town. Because yeah, this area is mostly gonna be castle town, and then we can have the castle here and the farms around. So yeah, it'll take a bit, but I definitely got some ideas. Those ideas are just very strange ideas, mainly. And in terms of this, I will slowly get it done. I just need to go through and dig out more area, etc. And that's just going to take a lot of time. But yeah. Let's... Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's quickly do this. And before I head out, because I have a few things I need to do still today, !dislab, where we have the Discord. Might make a new friend over there. I announce when I go live, or if I'm sick in any way, anything ever happens, etc. I know next Monday I will not be here. I am getting a surgery done. So, yeah. But I will make sure to try and announce it on the Discord, either the day before, etc., to keep as a reminder. I also announce when I go live. It's normally every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST. Sometimes I go early or start early. Sometimes I go late or start late. It just depends. A lot of stuff happens. But the days I don't stream, !YouTube. Let's say you missed something or you want to catch up on a series, check over on the VOD channel and you will find all sorts of doodadery and whatnots. Be it Minecraft, be it Akami, Warframe, etc. Other than that, I hope you all have wonderful days, Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and always be the change you want to see in the world. Bye, chat.